All right. Okay, so I am back at it again with Phil and Shamira. And now we have Trey joining us because he was running from us last time, y'all.
I'm here.
So we've got the whole gang here, and as you can see, they are wearing their love over everything 2020. That is the movement, all right? So make sure everyone goes out and get the album.
Valentine's Day 2020.
Valentine's Day 2020. Okay, so last time I was with you guys, we talked a whole lot about All I Need Is Love. That is the single. It is out. Talk to me about what you guys have been getting. What is the feedback that you guys have been getting? What have your fans been saying about the song?
Well, most of mine, they love it.
Yes.
And when they saw the video, they were like, wait a minute, is that you? Duh. So they love it, but most of the question was, okay, well, when can we hear something else? Are y'all gonna do something else? When can we buy it? I'm like, okay, it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
So we had one of my good friends who got married earlier this year, actually wanted us to come out and perform it at his wedding. So that was pretty dope because I was like, appreciate the love, but I'm the same way. People just been asking like, what's next? When's the album? I love it. Send it to me. I need to download it. I've shared it. So it's a lot of love, which is much appreciated.
That is so awesome. But I mean, how does that feel? I mean, you guys are both singers. You guys lead praise and worship at your respective churches. And I know you probably get a lot of love and great feedback from that. This is just a totally different lane. So what does that feel like to get that sort of feedback and that love and that attention for you guys are actually pursuing your musical dreams? Like, what does that feel like?
It's amazing to me because I feel like as an artist, I think that your music is an expression or an extension of you. And so when people receive that, it's really like people just embracing you and your wholeness.
Yeah.
So.
To me, most of the people who support Shamira don't really care what I say. They honestly, they just want me to do something. So I appreciate that. That I don't have to be fraudulent. I can be authentic with my fans. It's not, you get what Shamira's the same all the time.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
I like that.
What you see is what you get,
Yeah,
right?
indeed.
I love it. And so Trey sent me some of the new music that you guys have worked on. And so when you guys got all this new music and everything, like, are y'all looking at Trey like, really, this is what we doing? Like, this what we doing, Trey?
Trey, when he sends it, like, we never record together.
Okay.
The first time we ever recorded together was when we did the live. We've never actually recorded together. So he'll send us the track. Yeah, that was fun. He sent us the track. He'll send us the lyrics, and we just do it. It's not like, Trey, what the what? It's just we do it, And then usually, most times, Phillip will lay first, and then I'll come in and lay. I think that's all the songs we did like that.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Except the individual song.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yes, and we're gonna talk about that. Well, the one individual song that I heard. We're gonna talk about that one. So I was kind of taking my notes on how I was gonna do the interview and all that. And the very first thing I had in quotes at the top of my list was "Take the kids to your mama house."
Trey did it.
I was like, wait a minute.
Trey did it.
Yeah.
So the song Tonight. And I loved it, which I love all the songs, so you're going to hear me say that a million times. But as I listened to that song, when it first came on, I was like, wait, wait a minute. Because, you have to think, I go to church with Phil. So he's like...
And he starts that song.
Right.
He's like, he leads praise and worship. And church like, yes, get me in the spirit. And then the first thing I hear in this song is "Take the kids to your mama house." I'm like, wait.
Hold up.
So that's been like this running inside joke now since then. Like, every time someone's on the phone, it feels like "Take the kids to your mama house," right? It's like this running inside joke. But
Ringtone.
Ringtone. But when I listened to the whole song, it ended up it wasn't a raunchy song at all, right? It really put me in the mind of listening to a man who was just completely and utterly into his woman. And I know that sounds so simple, but I think oftentimes I'm thinking, God, I just want somebody who's into me.
Yeah.
And listening to the lyrics of that song made me feel like just take the kids and I'm about to just show you, like, you know, just how into you and how much I love you. And, you know, it was a making love sort of a song, not raunchy. So anyway, tell me you guys' perspective. When you first saw the lyrics, what did you think? As you were recording, what did you think? Just talk to me from your perspective.
Man, I thought it was pretty cool. Because like my whole thing with this album is just like balance and just having a holistic, realistic view of life, love, relationships. And I do like, you know, it starts out by saying, you know, take your kids or take the kids to your mama's house.
Your kids.
That was my thing. I kept saying, take your kids to the
So I'm listening to the album, at the lyrics while he's singing, and I'm listening, and I catch it. Is he saying take your kids?
take your kids.
Like they not our kids too.
No, it's like band. That's not the These are our kids. Even if they not your kids, say take
them.
Take our kids.
Yes.
Take the kids.
Take the kids.
Right.
But I loved it. It was a journey. And then I like the, you know, like you said, it's not raunchy. I think it's very tasteful. I think it's very classy.
Yes.
And then in the chorus, it talks about how beautiful you are. I love that smile. So it's like the object of my attraction is not like just this sensual feel. It's like you as a person are the main attraction.
Yes.
So I love it.
I love that.
All women want to feel that, you know. And I think so oftentimes men think that you have to buy us a bunch of stuff and that'll make us happy. Sometimes we just want you to notice, hey, I like the curve of your hip. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, girl.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, you know, that's how women are.
Yes.
It doesn't take a lot most times. Sometimes we do need stuff. Don't.
Right.
But a lot of times we just want to feel sensual. The song is more erotic than raunchy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is normal. That is human.
Yes.
That is how you're supposed to feel about the one that you love. You want them to feel that way about you.
But it was like erotic of the mind and not necessarily of the body, right?
Yes.
And so
It
like
was a complete thing.
Yeah, like the man was talking about I'm cooking your favorite dinner, and then the woman's like I'm getting out the shower smelling like your favorite, you know, perfume. You know, it's just we're just into each other. It was just so beautiful and so sensual. You know, you're not raunchy. There was a part in the song, I feel like you said like come explore my garden or something like that. Is that like is that what that was? I was like, what did you mean by that, Shamira?
Well, I'm sure we know what that
But that wasn't you though. That was the writer of the song, right? No.
True.
Yeah.
And so that was a great song. I really loved that. That was powerful. And I cannot believe that you guys say that you guys actually don't record together. That's crazy because when I'm listening to the song, it's like I feel like I'm visualizing you guys in the studio feeding off of each other. So it is just crazy that you guys don't even record together.
That's the chemistry.
Oh my God. It's almost like you. So since I know that you're not there, I almost feel like you guys feel each other's presence when the other one isn't there. Like that is a true sense of chemistry.
Yeah. Well, while we were recording the song, Shamira was like, let me put a picture of my husband.
Yeah.
And she actually got into the zone of the song. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what helped out.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Sorry, Phillip, it wasn't June.
That is so cool. And I think one of the things I was going to ask you guys is like, how do you tap into that and these things that you're singing about? Is that what you desire to have in your relationship? And then when I was like kind of going through my questions, I meant like not y'all relationship, but you know, y'all's prospective relationships, you know. But so that's great that you were able to pull from your husband and, you know, that inspiration, and, you know, that's awesome. So now we're going to talk about All-Star Team, and I feel like we talked about it briefly in our last interview. But that one right there, I mean, literally, and I was telling Trey, because Trey and I had a conversation too, and I was like, I feel like each song I listened to had like a totally different meaning. So you've got
All I Need, All-Star Team.
The one we were just talking about, that's Tonight. So you've got Tonight, that's a love, sensual song, but then if we shift to All-Star Team, you're talking about this power couple. It's like we're making moves. So so tell me about you guys' perspective on that particular song.
Man, I think that is like the utopia of any relationship. Like we have goals and we're gonna do it together. Like you are you, I am I, but together, like we're forced to be reckoned with, or they can't be reckoned with, rather. So I loved it, and I think that above anything. It's just the unity.
Yeah.
And I think if you give it a realistic approach, a relationship is not a relationship if there's no unity,
Absolutely.
uniting of goals and visions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that song right there speaks volumes.
Yeah, I when we were recording that song, I thought about when my husband and I, when we got married, we did our own vows, and one of the vows that I said to him was, "Your dreams are my dreams.
Yeah.
My dreams are your dreams. We dream together."
Yeah.
And that's what it reminded me of. And it's almost like there's nothing we can't conquer together. That's what the song was.
Yeah.
And so, any relationship, marriage or a serious relationship, you can relate to that. You don't want to go up and your significant other is still, down there.
Yeah.
Because then the relationship will never work.
Absolutely.
If we're going to go up, we're going to do it together.
Yeah.
We're going to glean from one another.
Yeah.
The Bible says iron sharpens iron.
Right.
So if you 10, we can't be together, homie.
Yeah. Exactly. I think from all of that, I just get that there's power in unity.
Yeah.
And when I listen to the song, because one of the things that I know that I would like, it's kind of a non-negotiable for me at this point in a relationship, is this security from a man, right? Just security, and that's encompassing of so many different things. But I feel like as I listened to the song, I felt like the woman is getting that security from a man. But then also, you have the right to be an independent woman and then still have needs that need to be met. People have this misconception like, oh, well, she's not looking for a man, she's off doing her own thing, she's independent, but I still have
I
needs.
know.
Still got needs. Not even just physical ones, but like you said, just tell me that I'm beautiful. I might be making boss moves all day at work, but when I come home, I don't want to be that person anymore. Like, just love on me, you know?
Exactly.
And so I get that from that power couple has the right equation to build that united front in a relationship. It definitely was a powerful song. Trey, for you and your wife, we talked about that before, that she's always there to support you and things like that. Do you feel like, and she's your biggest critic, and when you're making music, she doesn't hold back from telling you what you need to change and things like that. Do you feel like with her being by your side, you guys have that? Is that kind of where that influence came from, that power couple?
Exactly. She's also a playwright. She's also an author, and she has her own business in the tax business, and she's an accountant. So we have to be able to support each other, because we have our own dreams, but we have dreams together also. So we have to support each other. All-Star Team is definitely not. It's to inspire the couples to build something great together. And you have to build something great together, not just for the marriage, but for your grandkids.
Yes.
Because it makes no sense for you to come together, live this long life together, and your kids suffer, your grandkids suffer. Like, let's do this big so they can benefit from it.
Yeah.
That's the vision of it.
Yes. That's that generational wealth. My girl Beyonce said, my great grandkids already rich.
That's it.
That is it. That's so powerful.
That's it.
And so now we'll shift into talking about one of my favorites. This me time.
Okay.
We're just gonna go ahead and just move y'all out the way. This gonna be a me and Shamira conversation.
Okay. All right.
So again, when I spoke to Troy, I was telling him that I feel like each one of these songs is appealing to someone different. So now we talked about how my man loves me, he's into me, we're sensually into each other. And then we talked about how, but when we get in front of this world and when we out here in these streets, we making moves and we're a power couple. And now we're talking about the woman who is saying, look, I work 8 hours a day. My kids got to go to cheer practice and competitions. And I'm doing an interview, but I'm doing my baby makeup on the side. It never stops. It's all day. So when you got this song, like, how did that feel to you? Were you like, you know what, I'm able to tap into this because shit, this is how I feel?
Yes, 100%. That's how I feel. I mean, 100%. I was a teenage parent, so I have children from ages 21 to 11. Okay, that's a big old. Okay, so, and just because your children are grown don't mean they don't still pull on you. Okay, and I love my family, I love my children, but sometimes I just need to get away.
Yes.
I did that actually for Thanksgiving. I chunked deuces and got on the plane.
Look,
it was it was just for 2 days, but I needed women, we so oftentimes, and this is not to take anything away from men, love y'all. But most of the time, honestly, the woman is the manager of the home.
Yeah.
Okay? Y'all go to work, you provide the bread, appreciate that. But we gotta cook it. We gotta make sure the kids bathe.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure they get here, they get there, you know. It's just something that I believe that God created us to be able to multitask and do all those things at once. You know, I leave for 2 days and my husband's like, sweet baby Jesus, what we eating? Man,
Yes.
I am in another state.
Yes,
I don't know.
girl,
what y'all
yes.
eat. Okay.
Figure it out.
You know, and I think that as women, we need to take that time. It's just kind of a recharge.
Absolutely.
I just need to recharge, get me together, feel something, do something for me, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times we get burnout
Yep.
because we don't do that.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, so that song really spoke to me.
Yes, yes. And so me as well, and Phil knows me. And so everyone who knows me knows that my son goes to his dad every day. Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, spring break, summer break. Well, maybe birthday in the summer. I'm gonna have to holler at you when you get back because you're with your daddy. And so you said recharge, and I always tell people that it's a factory reset.
Yes.
And if I don't have the opportunity to do that, you're not going to get me at my best self.
Exactly.
At all.
And you can't help anybody.
Yes, and I'm walking around here. I got an attitude with you because you got this laying around. You keep asking me for snacks, and you keep asking me, can we go out to eat? And you ain't got no money, and I just got an attitude. I got a whole attitude. But then when he leaves, you know, I get an opportunity to get my house back together. It's just peaceful. It's quiet. Then I'm missing you. Then I'm texting you, hey, Stank, I miss you, boo boo. When you coming back? You know, like just give me that. It's like a relationship. Give me an opportunity to miss you.
Yes.
But you know what's so powerful? And when you said we need that, but women are afraid to say that they need a break from their children.
Exactly.
I love my son more than anything in this world, but nigga, you got to go sometime.
Exactly.
You got to go.
Exactly. And, you know, it took me a long time to realize that was okay.
Yes.
I was, when my children were younger, I would feel guilty. Like, I really want to get away from them. But, you know,
I don't want to say that out loud.
Exactly.
I don't want to tell anybody that.
And so I would feel bad, you know, but then I realized, hey, Shamira, you're human. You need your time as well, you know. And even children, they'll go off to themselves and play a video games. That's their recharge time. Well, I need a recharge from all of y'all,
right,
including my husband.
Yeah.
So everybody go. Matter of fact, y'all don't go. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Just give me a few days. I'll be fine, and then I'll be back.
Yes, when my son was little, I used to be like, oh my God, what is he feeding him, and so on and so forth. And then I started saying, I don't care if he eat oatmeal pies every day, as long as he come back breathing, I don't care what y'all doing, just give him my 2 weeks.
Exactly.
And so, Trey, did you write this song?
I did.
Okay, so.
But no, my wife wrote the song indirectly.
So that's what I was getting at. I was going to say, because anyone would typically think that a woman would write this song. This is like a woman's anthem. And so I told Phil, I said I was playing this in my baby's sleep. Like I just need this to resonate in his mind. Like just get in his spirit, Lord. Like just give me a minute, right? But you would think a woman would write this song. But for you to have written it, it makes me feel like you know what your wife needs, and that you're not blind to her needs, her desires, her needs to take a break. Now, to explain to me when you say she wrote it indirectly. Talk to me about that.
Okay, so I recharge being around people. She recharged being alone. So when she comes home from work, sometimes she would go, you know, hey, how y'all doing? And then she in the bathroom, she chilling. If I come in there, she's like, okay, I need this time, this space. And so I'll be like, man, you tripping. What's going on? You know? And this was early in our marriage. I understand now.
Yes.
But yeah, that was early. And she also was an only child. So she's introvert.
Yeah,
so
she's used to that a long time.
She's used to that a long time. So I learned fast. She likes to be by herself.
Yes.
But it helps because I'm also able to, you know, go do my own thing too. But yes, being married to her for this long, you learn a person, you study a person, and you say, that's who they are.
Yes.
I'm going to be able to, I have to adjust to that, just like I want her to adjust.
Absolutely.
Adjust to me. So yes, the lyrics in the song, I've heard from her like multiple times.
You're like, they're embedded in my brain. I've heard them because you've been married for 20 years. And so listening to the song and even just hearing you speak right now lets me know that you've found the equation It's almost like you have it, right? And so many people
Almost.
like you're almost there.
Because I mean, it takes a lifetime to really learn a person.
To continue, and you continue to learn them.
Exactly.
You know, that never stops.
Exactly.
But for you to say, that was something that happened earlier in our relationship, but I know now that, because a lot of people won't even do that. Like it's like they're learning you, but they don't care. They just want it their way. So you could just be imposing I want to be in your space on her, but you've identified, no, when she comes in and she goes in that restroom, let me give her time, and when she comes out, then I can ask her for something. But anybody else might be like, man, I'm going up in there anyway just because I need this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That is a disaster waiting to happen, and then you wonder why the divorce rate is so high. So kudos to you for figuring that out. And then double kudos to you for writing a song that shows women that we are heard and that we are appreciated, and just that simply just a little bit of time is all we ask for, and I'll give you anything you want, just give me a little time. Right.
And that is true. If you give them the time and love them the way they want to, you will get anything you want. That's a true statement.
We will be willing to give you anything.
Right.
And even when Shamira had mentioned it about one of the other songs, if you just tell me just one of my curves look nice, like you tell me that, and I'm on 10 for another 30 days. Right. You know what I mean? I'm like, you notice?
Exactly.
Wait, you notice? Right. Oh, okay, what you want for dinner tonight, boo? Right? So those little things for women definitely go a long way. Yeah. So thank you for that. And so now we're going to shift into another song, which to me was probably one of the most powerful ones. And so I actually led the singles group at our church, and we started a quote unquote movement, or something that we wanted the singles to be led by, which was You Are Enough.
Oh, wow.
So when I heard this song, I was like, well, what was this when we needed it? Like, we could have been, but we had like shirts made and everything, that you are enough, because for women, I mean, we ask ourselves, and you probably have, maybe at this point, but I have asked myself before so many times, like, why isn't what I'm doing enough? Why is it that the way I look isn't enough? Why is it that what I'm putting out isn't enough? It's just, I'm doing something. And so then when I heard the song, it was like, I'm hearing a man tell me, don't stop worrying about all those things. Everything that you have, what you're doing, it's just fine. It's enough. Like, tell me the origin of that. Where did that come from?
Okay, so to be honest, because I'm going to be real, I woke up 3 o'clock in the Sunday morning. Me and my wife, we got into an argument, but the argument had nothing to do with the song. But I was like in a whole nother room, so I'm asleep, but my conscience is talking to me, because your conscience is always going. And I hear, you are enough. And I'm like, where is this coming from? And
that was pretty.
Thank you. I hit the note. I'm listening, and it was almost like God was giving me this song to sing to someone. Yeah. But I can't sing, so of course I'm writing the lyrics. So I get up and I start to write the lyrics, the whole song. And I'm like, am I dreaming or what? But I'm typing on my phone, because when I have these thoughts, I start, typing. I wrote the song, and the mindset behind it, what I was feeling that God wanted me to express, was to let people know you don't have to end your life, you don't have to end your relationship, you don't have to end anything. What I put inside of you, everything, it's enough. Right. The song is, because it's on the R&B album, it's written for a man to tell his woman, you are enough. And the background of the story is she's been through several bad relationships. Yeah. So the lyric goes, the things he didn't see, or the gifts he didn't see. Yeah. The treasure he didn't see was a gift. Thank you. Because he's the writer. Yeah. Once I write it down, it's gone. The treasure.
This is all the time. This is all the time.
The treasure he didn't see was a gift to me. The value that you hold has yet to be told. Everything I need, I'm on my bending knees if that's what it takes for you to see. So he's singing to his girl, letting her know, you are enough. Yes. You are enough. Your past, don't worry about it. Right. I want you. We in this together. Right. You are enough. So that's where that came from. But it was weird that just 3 o'clock Sunday morning just began to, download.
Yes. Yep. I've heard Pastor Keon say before, when you get woken up out of your sleep, a lot of times we try to go back to sleep and we tossing and we turning. I've even gone downstairs to try to see if I can get on the couch and make myself comfortable. But he was like, those are the moments when God is trying to speak to you and tell you something, and you need to take out a pen and paper and you need to be writing it down. He has said that before.
It couldn't be more true.
Right.
As I was writing, I actually felt the spirit like come over me, and it was like, this is what I want you to say. Yeah. I never struggled with feeling like I was enough. I had to tell it, I had to be able to express myself or be able to encourage myself, but I never felt that. So I knew it was like, I'm giving you this for someone else.
That's awesome.
So that's where it came from. Phillip came in the studio. I wrote the lyrics. He came in the studio, said, come sing this because I need this to get out. And I sent it to AJ Courtney. He's an uncle of mine, a young uncle of mine. But anyway, he did the music on it, and I did the percussion. And that's what you hear, the final version, what you heard.
Right.
Very powerful song.
It is.
And he killed it. Yeah.
Exclusively, you are the apple of my eye,
man.
diamond in the rough. There are all these really deep terms of endearment.
Now that's Phillip. So when I created the song, I was like, okay, we're missing something. You know how you create something? It's like when you fix food, you be like, okay, it's missing something.
Yeah.
The same thing with music. It was missing something. I say, Phillip, I called Phillip. I was like, man, you gotta come back over here. I have something else on it. I have some other ideas. Phillip was like, okay, I'll come back over a couple of days. He came back over. We were sitting down, and I was like, something needs to go here. I started writing. By the time I got done, Phillip was like looking at me like, I already got it. That part, what you just said right there, Phillip wrote that part.
Wow. And that was the part that literally, like, as I'm listening to it and I heard those words, those specific words, I rewinded it and I took my notes and I was like writing it down, because it's like, exclusively you are the apple of my eye. I'm not thinking about anyone else but you. You have no idea how much a woman wants to feel like you only are thinking about her and nobody else. That if I'm standing in a room full of beautiful, beautiful women, I'm still the only one you see.
Right.
That is just so amazing.
It took the song to a whole nother level. I was like, man, you should have wrote the song.
What should have wrote the song?
You should have wrote the song.
But look at how great that is, that you have so much talent in these two, that even when you're lacking, they can fill in those gaps, and that is beautiful.
And it's been like that the whole time we have done. I mean, even with Shamira, you'd be like, Shamira, I need this to be harmonized. I may not have it here. She's like, okay, play the track.
Yeah.
And she's there.
Yeah.
She's there. Don't you do that?
I'm classically trained, yes.
So her range,
Right.
her range is amazing. So yes, these two are both a gift. Yeah, it's like God was like, okay, this what you want. Yeah. I give it to you.
And I'm going to supply you with what you need to make it happen. Mm-hmm. That is so amazing. So we've talked so much about the chemistry between you two, but I think that people don't realize that there's also a chemistry in the writing and producing of it. So there's this stream of collaboration and chemistry between the three of you that just so happen to work. That is a beautiful God-given thing. I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you.
And so now I'm just wondering, is this album complete at this point?
Yeah, Phillip recorded the last song. We are going to try to do the intro tonight. To the song is not going to be long, but yeah, pretty much all the singing is done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then, what's next for you guys?
Well, it's going to drop. Well, the video drops. All Star Team. The video drops soon as Mr. Drake's gets done with that.
Okay, so we have another video then.
Another video.
Okay.
And then of course, Valentine's Day 2020, the album drops.
Okay.
And we will be doing weddings. We'll be doing, shows and that kind of stuff to, get the album out and everything. So, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, you guys, look, I told Trey before, I was like, I've become a fan. I love Phil to death. So to be able to hear him in this element, which is different from what I've ever experienced from him. It is amazing. I've always been a fan. I'm even more of a fan because now I can see the versatility of your ability. Shamira, I did not know you before, but I just love your personality, just your I am who I am, and I don't care, and I don't apologize for being who I am, and then also being so supportive of your family, your journey, the things that you've overcome, which we talked about in our last interview. So I have become a fan of yours. And Trey, you are the musical genius behind all of this. It wouldn't have come together without you. And so I'm so elated because I love to see people's dreams just unfold before their eyes. And so listening to you and how everything just kind of fell into place the way it needed to be. You've got the support at home because that could be a whole nother challenge, you know. So you've got the support at home. God gave you these two great talents. They support you. You support them. It just is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So again, I'm so grateful to be here interviewing you guys today. I better be exclusively your only, your